Hi all, Bill Greenberg with PhoneScholar.com. Today is actually Saturday, March 19th, but this is for Friday's March 18th broadcast. Sorry I missed yesterday, had some things going on. Got my son Andy off to his first Boy Scout overnight trip, so that should be a lot of fun. But so I do apologize for the late video, but hopefully it won't affect anybody because there's some pretty good information here. So to check out the entire articles, because this is just a brief summary, go to www.phonescholar.com and here we go. HTC Thunderbolt hits 175 price point with letstalk.com. Only this weekend though. So again, I'm sorry I didn't get this out yesterday, although I didn't get this story until this morning. But letstalk.com is offering a Thunderbolt for $174.99 if you sign up for it this weekend, and that's good for new orders, adding on a line, or if you're upgrading, so that's really cool. They do have it in stock. Now, just to let you know, Amazon.com is also offering it for $180. They're out of stock, but they're only 8 to 9 days out, which is not a horrible, not a real long time to wait. So that's not bad, and I don't think they're just restricting it this week, and I think that's their regular price. Now, the only drawback with buying it with both these guys is if you decide in 6 to 8 days, actually within the first 180 days, to deactivate or not keep the phone, they charge you a $250 fee, which I guess they don't call it a restocking fee, but that's kind of what it is, and that's over and above the early termination fee. Now, of course, you won't get charged an early termination fee within the first 90 days, within the first 30 days, but they will charge you for a restocking fee of $250. So that's the drawback on getting with these online companies. So you have to double check that out. Next, HTC Thunderbolt review, and this is from Engadget. It's a tremendous review, but it is very, very long. So you just want to take your time and read it. I did put in, I put the video of the camera, the video of the video that they took with the phone. That's the video that's on there, and it's titled like that. He did have a review video on there also, but it was so much like the unboxing that I didn't want to be redundant, but I did put a link to the entire article because there's a bunch of snapshot photos on there too you might want to take a look at. So if you want to just look at the 7-minute review video rather than read the whole article, you can go to the link on there. Just to give you a brief view of the phone itself, the speeds, everybody's saying, every review, everything, the speeds are mind-blowing, especially if you're in an LTE area. The download speeds and upload speeds that they're getting are just phenomenal, well beyond whatever AT&T and Sprint is doing, so something to really look into. They did like the camera better than the previous HTC, because HTC cameras have kind of had a knock on them, but there's still some issues with it. There's no shutter on it, which can create some focus problems, things like that. The one biggest issue that they're having with right now is battery life. They're saying it's only lasting 5 to 6 hours, where compared to an iPhone that's lasting 14 hours, and even the Droids and stuff, which are lasting 8 to 10 hours, that is an issue, and it's something to look out for, something to think about. If you start in the middle of the day and you use a lot of data, and the data's going to eat it up more. If you use as much voice, it probably won't, but if you use a lot of data, it's going to eat it up, and you're going to have to charge it throughout the day. So if this is something that you do want to go to, I might recommend having a secondary battery ready to go. Although here's the other situation they said is the battery cover is very, very difficult to get off, so you have to make sure that you're in an area where you can always charge it. It is a little bit hefty and heavy, kind of like the Evo, but it's still a very, very sturdy phone, so that's what he liked about it. Some of the features it has that comes with it, it has to have an FM radio built in. You do have to use a headset to use it, but really nice. It comes with a bunch of preloaded apps like Kindle, Quick Office, which is actually a full Word and Excel editing, and that's no charge, so that's really cool. Blockbuster, City ID, which can tell you what city and area the phone call is coming from, things like that. A bunch of preloaded things that they are now calling what's called boatware, that unfortunately you cannot take off the phone, but that's what's included in there. The things that they were surprised didn't have was Skype. It does not have the Skype for Android or Netflix built in. Now, of course, you can always go to Android Market and get these, but the Skype off the Android Market does not allow you to use it in 3G. It only uses it in Wi-Fi, which is not a terrible thing, but if you're not in a Wi-Fi area, obviously you can't do that. So that's the basic gist of it. Again, everybody's saying it's a tremendous phone. If you get it at a good price, like on Amazon for $180, $250, a little bit steep, but not for what you're getting. It doesn't have a dual-core processor, but so far they're saying that's not an issue. So check it out. Great phone, but except check the battery life. That could be an issue for you. Next, T-Mobile gives Sidekick 4G the hands-on video treatment. And just like I said, I'm going to continue to give you Sidekick 4G because I've had so many questions about it. This is a minute and 43-second video from T-Mobile themselves showing more about it, how the slider flip-up works, things like that. It's not the same flip out as it used to be. It's actually just a slider, but go ahead and check out the video if you're interested in this. I think this will give you more information. Still no word on when it's coming out, but with all this information coming out, I'm going to say it's fairly soon. That's my own personal opinion. Check it out. Next, should high-end smartphones like the Epic 4G come with Sprint ID? And I'm going to go over this really quick. Sprint ID is basically a user interface that Sprint has downloaded that the, just to let you know, the Epic is supposed to be getting the 4.0 update on Monday. Thank goodness. Because remember the last one, they had to pull it last month. Along with the Galaxy Tab and the Transform are also supposed to be getting this. And it's going to have the Sprint ID automatically loaded in there, which takes out like the TouchWiz user interface for the phone itself. Now what this does is there's going to be like packets, and for example, or themes, and if you get the MTV packet, automatically you'll have MTV News, MTV Music Meter, Rhapsody, things like that, etc. And for the first time users, this is kind of cool, but for the heavy end users, it's going to make it feel like a feature phone. The great thing is you can turn it off. It's an option for it. So if you, once you get the download, it's automatically going to be on there. If you're a heavy user, check it out, see what you think. If you're a first time user, I think you'll really like it, and you can play around with it. But again, it is an option, so you can do what you want with it. And lastly, under categories, under Adobe and Android, Adobe Flash 10.2 hits Android on Friday. That was yesterday. And I put links to the site, so if you have your Zoom or any of the other Android units that's 2.2, 2.3 or higher, you can now add the Flash 10.2, which adds a bunch of different Flash content for videos, things like that. And just go back real quick on the Thunderbolt. They said the video watching, movie watching is, again, phenomenal. Seamless and quick, so something to look out for. But I did put a link to the site for the Android here to show you what else is upcoming. Okay, again, thanks for watching on the weekend. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you on Monday.